What's up everyone, it's Joey, Blush Response, and I just got back from my tour with Frontline Assembly, and today we're checking out the Ableton Push 3. Let's get right into it. Alright, Push 3 is in the house. I've been beta testing this one for quite a while and I've been digging it. It's really next level. It's not perfect yet, there's a lot that needs to be implemented, but overall it's dope. How do I begin? First off, I have it linked to Ableton wirelessly, so it's controlling Ableton. So when I adjust the BPM, the same thing happens in Ableton, which is cool. I'm recording my voice, not through Push, but into Ableton, and the BPM adjustments all happen in real time from this knob. Let's just get a track loaded. I'll show you. So you press this plus button. This is like your main button for picking anything. We'll pick a device. We'll do some drums. I'm just gonna go fast on this. We'll use the 909 kit. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. So one cool thing is you have all your different drums. Pretty standard. We'll put some triggers down. Boom. In sequencing. All right. Now you can do things like adding effects on your whole part or just on the one part, like just the kick or just the snare or whatever. You can play pads to select them or press. Well, my camera fell. You can play pads to select them or you can hold select and do that so you do without triggering them. So we'll go to the snare. One thing that's weird for this, which I'm not into, is it does 2 bars for a standard bar. I don't know why, whatever. For a standard new sequence. I don't know why it does it, but it's not the biggest problem in the world. So say I wanted to just edit the snare drum and add a plugin on top of that. So we'll go to audio effects and you can stack effects like forever. I've yet to reach a limit. I'm sure there is one, but I ain't found it. And you hear that's only on the snare. And then if I also wanted automate that. So you have to press automate and then record, and then now you see my sample rates recorded. I believe you can also hold the step. Yeah, you can also hold the step and do it, which is cool. Now I want to delay on this. Nice ping pong. That's just a standard Ableton delay. You know, I gotta say, having these devices in hardware makes them so much more fun. I love Ableton and its effects and synths, and I think it's a great suite, but I don't know, maybe it even sounds better. I don't know if it's the analog outputs going into my preamp. I mean, I'm definitely sure that it has some effect, but I like the way these things sound. So, all right, we got some standard drums. I'm not so sure about the kick yet. So we're gonna add some more shit on here. Give me some more booming. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. There's a little bit of confusion here with the interface sometimes because I haven't mastered this device. So I sometimes do the wrong thing. But say we added that drum bus we didn't need to, so just deleted that and it's gone. Now I can add the drum bus again. And then 99 core kit, that's only on the kick. I can add some limiting or something. Or no, we'll do another drum bus, because why not? Or no, I got this. I'm gonna first do pedal. Mid scoop. Bass drum. We can go here and adjust the levels for each track. And then I want to live record. Can quantize that. Boom. Now we got a drum loop. Pretty standard, of course. Now I want to edit this snare drum a bit more. Give it some transients. Same with the kick drum. Snare drum. Pretty dope. Now we're gonna add another synth. And you can rename things by holding shift and pressing it, renaming it whatever you want. But anyway, I'm gonna go to MIDI, add a device, and we're gonna go to Wavetable because I really like Wavetable. Now, I have not mastered this device. I want to keep mentioning that because sometime, we'll mute that for now, we'll make a patch. So I'm having some trouble here and there because it does have a bit of a learning curve, but then again, you could do so much fucking shit with it that I think it's important to know. It's important to know just how much you can do. And you have these great synths, so when you buy this, you know, it's like $2,000 or something, you get a ton of synthesizers that you can now use in a new way between physical modeling and FM and Wavetable and analog, and there's a new analog style one that's more Roland-ish called Drift, which sounds great. I'll show you that in a bit. And yeah, you can do vibrato on the pads. It's dope. Let's get this going. We'll go to the mixer page. I'm back here to edit. These four things, like you hit this to go to your editing your sound. This is your mixer. This is clip editing. Like you see the 909 clip you have here, and you can do a lot of cool stuff with it, which I'll demonstrate in a second. And then you have your clip launching here. But anyway, you want to edit Wavetable. So we'll click there. Now we're in Wavetable. We'll do no repeat. We'll make it monophonic. Mono's on. Go down an octave. Like that. And we're done recording. And that's what I just recorded. Now I press quantize. And it quantizes. And see, it recorded that whole section, but I want to edit it. So I start the start offset. And you can change the loop length. And then you press edit. Now I can edit notes. can delete that note. Nice. You can nudge notes. And you can nudge them like off time. Which is cool too, but then you hit quantize again and it will automatically quantize them. And you can do no probability. And you can record over it. Got that recorded. Re-quantize that. Now I'll go across and I'll lower the probability on those high notes. Now we'll go back to editing our sound now that we got like a little bit of a riff. Turn oscillator to it. Sounds fucking sick, and you got effects in the Wavetable. You do FM. Sick with the filters too. And these are the filters from Auto Filter. But anyway, I'm not feeling this sequence anymore. So we're gonna go back, go to the 909 Core Kit. I'm gonna edit that clip again, select the kick. Now I didn't like that bass sequence, so we'll go down here. And I started the wrong, I stopped the drums, but anyway. The drums are looping again. Now I'm gonna go down here to Wavetable. We'll go to layout. We'll bring up the BPM. Now we'll edit that mixer. Now we're gonna make that sound cool. Sounds like a shit, like a mess right now. Now we'll edit that sequence. And then we'll edit the amplitude here. Nice. And then we'll say like, oh, I need more. I need a delay on this. We'll use echo. All different kinds of settings. Nice. Ping pong. Do some reverb. More stereo width. All right, good. That's something. It's not the greatest jam of all time. But let's keep it going. So back here, now I want to go to my 909 kit. I'm not totally happy with that sequence either. We'll try the first sequence. So I can go up here, clip launching view. That's better. All right, now I'm happy. So now we'll go back here, load another instrument. We can actually delete this track. Now I'm gonna load some pads with the new drift synth. And using the encoder to navigate is pretty easy. Oh, I fucked that up, hold on. All right, well, we're gonna get our sound back. This is why you should always save, guys. Can we undo? Ah, yeah, see, okay, undo saved us. Undo, great feature. All right, let's save that. Also, it makes a name for you, which is kind of funny. So we'll do a MIDI track, instruments. Now we'll get drift. Oh, I think we have a bug here. Oh no, okay. Yeah. Now if we solo drift. We can start editing oscillators. Do some LFO. Do the shape, because it has this wave shaping stuff, which is really cool. You got filters. These are, again, as far as I know, the same filters from Auto Filter. Maybe they're newer in some way, because I don't see as many options. But all we're hearing is the wave shaping happening. And now I want to add to this some chorus. And we'll unsolo. Yeah. All right, now we'll go back to track 3. It's a little hard to navigate at times. I'm still not fully master on this thing. So there's a lot of like remembering where to go and all that, but you know, once you put the time in, it's gonna be very easy to understand. And I really feel you could do a whole album with just this if you wanted to. Let's look at Wavetable and drift. So, okay, I feel like drift has too much low end. So I'm gonna add an EQ to that. But first I'm gonna do the shimmer reverb, which is from the hybrid reverb. Because you know we fucking love shimmer. Believe it or not, we do. Shimmer. And we'll do mix. Again somewhere. Didn't like that, but that doesn't matter. We're just gonna keep playing. Okay, count again somewhere. Let's see. All right, I like that finally. Turn off record. Now it's playing all that shit I just played, but we don't need any of that. So we'll just scoot it over, quantize it. And then boom, that's it. You crop that, there's your whole sequence of the good stuff I played. It's a bit happier than I thought it would turn out to be, but that's okay. Now we're gonna EQ because it's taking up a lot of room. So go to Audio Effects, EQ 8, which by the way, it's so nice having this on here. We'll just do like a mid scoop. It's so nice having this on here. All right, so we'll go to band 2. I'm just listening with my ears. Nice. Now I want one more part. We'll do a MIDI track. I want like a deep bass. So we'll use analog for that. The screen disappearing is a little weird. That must be a bug. We'll keep editing that. Let's edit it. Global. Lost 2 is on. Yeah. Got it. Done recording. Edit the clip. Perfect. Now we'll put some shaping on this just to give it a bit of high. Saturator. And then we'll EQ that. This is really happy.
don't normally do happy, but you know, I'm feeling pretty good about having been on this tour. It was like really life affirming. Frontline's one of my favorite bands of all time, and you know, I've been working with Reese for years, and it's so cool to finally have done this tour. I did a couple gigs in the past, but this felt like, you know, a real brotherhood with Reese and Bill Lieb and Ellie the drummer and the crew and everyone. It was a wonderful time. I really felt good about everything. It was really touched my heart. All right, and I think you get it. That's basic building a track in Push 3. I might do more videos soon, but you see the potential's there. Save that project. We'll speed it. And you can do stuff like this. I'm just gonna jam out with it a little. Nice. See with the mutes. Don't need a choke on that. Nice. This one's pretty feel good. Yeah. We didn't even get into sampling, into FM, into nothing, but trust me, it does it all really well. There's just a little overview run through of the experience. Yeah, and you know, I muted it. Notice it muted the reverb. You can get around that with the effects. But anyway, push 3. You can get around that with the sends. Push fucking 3. Boom.
So that was lovely. I think the Push 3 is the type of device I've been describing in the past that can take on Electron at their highest and innovate in the Groovebox world. Grooveboxes have come a long way since the 90s, and even in the 90s they were very cool devices, but perhaps a little maligned because of their basis in ROM and not really being very analog or true synthesis oriented, with the exception of the Electribes, which really brought virtual analog synthesis to the forefront in the Groovebox format. I think now with Electron, after that, we haven't had anyone who can really even come close. The MPC Live, maybe, granted, I don't have so much experience with it, but it does a lot more and seems a bit convoluted. I think the Push is finally stepping up and stepping up to the plate and giving some real competition to Electron. because of the Ableton integration, if you need it, because of the amount you can do, it's almost limitless in power. Things I would like to see, I would love to see like a macro control page where I can control parameters from many tracks on one page with all the knobs, maybe clip, launch, and stop, as well as mutes that work before the effects you have on your tracks, so that I can mute the MIDI data rather than the entire track and maybe lose an effect tail. That would be awesome. This device has a long way to go. As it is now, it's extremely powerful, and you can make an entire record with it tomorrow if you wanted. You can expand the inputs and outs with ADAT. If you need more tracks to break out, you can plug USB controllers into it. There's so much you could do. You could drag and drop Ableton live sets into it. I was doing that earlier today with Reese Fulber. I put a bunch of stems for my tracks in a live project and put them on there, and I was able to sequence them. I didn't demonstrate that today because I wanted to show making a track, but I think this thing is really next level, and though it's not perfect now, it can change the fucking game. I hope they keep developing it further. I'm sure they will. Macro page is probably my biggest request right now, and the MIDI data level mutes, I think those would go far, because if you're getting into sound design and if you get to set up an effects set and then you're performing and you mute something and suddenly everything's dead and your reverb tail dies, it just sounds a little awkward. MIDI data level mutes, I'm sure there's a way to do it. Overall, it's amazing. Samples of it are going to be up on my Patreon as always. News. I just got back on tour, off tour with Frontline Assembly. It was amazing. My first proper bus tour since I was with Scar the Martyr in 2013. All the touring I've done before then, or in between then, has been techno style touring where you fly. So being on a tour bus was cool. Amazing playing with one of my favorite bands of all time. And of course the camaraderie and everything was beautiful. My album Neuroscape has been out for a hot minute. I'm getting back to shipping orders in the next week. I'm out of vinyl mailers at the moment, but anyway, it's 9 tracks from me with 2 guest appearances from Richard Devine and Bon Harris. The response has been really positive, and if you haven't checked it out, please do. As well as my partner Yagoda and I have a project called Hakai, and we're releasing our 30p that's coming out in just a few days, and 1 track is streaming now, and there's links for all of that in the pinned comment and video description. If you want to support me in other ways, you can check out my label Megastructure. You can buy my music or people from my label. You can sign up on my Patreon where you'll get samples from this jam and others, as well as exclusive videos, news, updates, whatever. You can buy gear from the affiliate links in the video description, pinned comment. Sign up for DistroKid. There's a lot you can do. Thanks for watching. As always, until next time, peace out.